morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe. Are you all ready to listen today's class? Okay. Before that, now let's see a small test of last class. So see here, I have given some questions for you. So subtract these numbers. While doing this, be careful, okay? Hope you all will do this. Now, let's see a small recap of last class. Do you all children remember that what we saw in the last class? Yes. In the last class we saw that subtraction in 2-digit without regrouping, right? In that we know that we have two types, that is 1-digit, we have to subtract 1-digit number from a 2-digit number, and the another type is 2-digit number from a 2-digit number, right? So for example, for the first type is subtract 5 from 15. So here we have 5 means 5 ones and 15 means 1 tenths and 5 ones, right? So first we have to separate it in the ones and tenths boxes. Then we have to start from the ones column. So we have to subtract 5 from 15 means we have to cross out 5 ice creams from 15, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now in the ones column there is no number is left, so we have to put there 0, and in the tens column we have 1. So 15 minus 5 is 10. Also we can do like this, that is 15 means I have told that 1 tenths and 5 ones, and 5 means 0 tenths and 5 ones, right? So there, when we subtract it, we get 1 tenths and 0 ones. So the difference between 15 and 5 is 10, right? Are you all clear about it? And the second type example is subtract 52 from 74. So when we are subtracting, we have to put the greater number on top, right? So first we have to arrange the numbers in ones and tens columns. After that, we have to subtract the digits in ones column, right? So in the ones column here we have 4 and 2. So 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. The next step is subtract the digits in tens column. So we have subtract in the ones column, and now we have in the tens column, that is 7 and 5. So 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. So the difference between 74 and 52 is 22. Are you all clear about the last class? Now shall we start today's class? Okay. Now see the learning objectives of today's class. Today we are going to learn about same subtraction in 2-digit with regrouping. Okay. Now at the end of today's model, and hope you all will be able to know how to subtract 2-digit number with regrouping the numbers. Okay. Now let's start the class. So see here, example 1 is subtract 9 from 56. So how we see in without regrouping, that is subtracting a 1-digit number from 2-digit number, like that this example is. So what we have to do first we have to arrange the numbers in columns. Always we have to write the greater number on top, that we all know that, right? So the first step is we have to arrange the numbers in ones and tens columns, and we have to write the greater number on top. When we are subtracting with regrouping, we have to put the box like this. Okay. The second step is See here in the ones column we have 6 and 9, right? Don't see the first box. I'll tell you later. See, in the ones column we have 6 and 9. Shall we subtract 6 from 9? Is it possible? No, because 6 is less than 9. So we have to take 110 from the tens column. Okay. So 110 is equal to 10 ones, right? So here in the tens column we have 5 tens, right? So when we are taking 110 from the tens column to ones column, it will become 4 tens. See, we have taken 110, so here it will become 4 tens. Then here if we are adding 110 into the 6 ones, it will become 16 ones, right? So we regroup the ones place as 6 ones plus 10 ones, because 6 is lesser than 9 and we have to take 110 from the tens column. So we have take it out. Here we 110 means 10 ones. So we regroup the ones place as 6 ones plus 10 ones, that is equal to 16 ones. Now see in the ones column, which is the greater number? Yes, 16 is the greater number. So now we can subtract. it. So 16 minus 9 is equal to 7. Okay. So in the ones column we got the answer, right? The next step is, after that what we have to do? Yes, we have to move to tens column. So see here in the tens column we have only 4 tens. So there is no number to subtract. That means the same number will come. Right. So 4 tens minus 0 tens is equal to same 4 tens, because number minus 0 is equal to number itself. So the difference between 56 and 9 is 47. Okay. Now let's see the next example. See here, subtract 7 from 65. Same like the last examples model. Okay. So the first step is what we have to do. Yes, we all know that the first step is we have to arrange the numbers in columns and we have to put the greater number on top. That is what we have done, right? So the next step is, we have to check the numbers in ones column. In the ones column we have 5 and 7. It is not possible to subtract 5 from 7. Sorry, 7 from 5, right? So we have to regroup the ones place, right? So because we know that 110 means 10 ones. So in the tens column we have 6 tens. So we have taken 110 from the tens column. It will become, in the tens column it will become 5 tens, and in the ones column it will become 15 ones, right? Because already we have 5 ones and we are adding 10 ones on this, means it will become 15 ones, right? So after that we can now we can subtract this. So 15 ones minus 7 ones is equal to 8 ones. So now we got the answer in ones column. The next step is, we have to move to the tens column. So in the tens column we have 5 tens and 0 ones, and when we subtract number, when we are doing subtraction, number and 0 means it will be the difference is number itself, right? So here we have 5 tens minus 0 tens is equal to 5 tens. So the difference between 65 and 7 is 58. Okay. The next example is, subtract 69 from 78. So this is not like last model, this is a little bit different. So listen carefully. So as usual in all the sums, the first step is we have to arrange the numbers in columns and we have to put the greater number on top, right? That we all know that is what I have done. So in the next step, see here in the tens column, so see here in the ones column we have 8 on top, and it is not possible that we can subtract 9 from 8. So we have to regroup the ones place, as we have to take 110 from the tens column. So when we take 110 from the tens column, it will become 18 ones, because already we have 8 ones in the ones column. So in the tens column it will become 6 ones. So now we can subtract it. So 18 minus 9 is equal to 9 ones. So we got the answer in ones column. After this, the third step is we have to subtract in tens column, right? So see here in the tens column we have 6 minus 6. So do you remember, children, in 0 in subtraction we saw 3 conditions. On that, number minus same number is equal to what? Do you remember? Yes. Number minus number is equal to number minus same number is equal to 0, right? So that is what we are seeing here. In the tens column we have 6 tens minus 6 tens, that will give 0 tens because same number. So the difference between 78 and 69 is 9. Are you all clear? Okay. Now let's see the next example, that is subtract 49 from 54. Okay, so we have to arrange the numbers in columns. So always we have to write the greater number on top. So this is the first step. This is the first step in all the sums. Okay, the next step is, now we have to check the numbers in ones column to subtract. So in the top we have 4, and it's not possible that we can subtract 9 from 4, right? Because 4 is lesser than 9. So we have to regroup the ones place, as we have to take 110 from the tens column. See here in the tens column we have 5 tens, right? So when we take a 110 from the tens column, it will become 4 tens. Okay. So after taking 110 from the tens column, see here we have 4 ones, right? In 4 ones we are adding 10 ones. Why 10 ones we are adding? Because 110 is equal to 10 ones. So 4 ones plus 10 ones is equal to 14 ones. Now 14 is greater than 9. Okay. So now we can subtract 9 from 14. So 14 ones minus 9 ones is equal to 5 ones. Okay, children. The next step is, now we have to move on to the tens column. Okay, so see here in the tens column we have 4 and 4. So 4 tens minus 4 tens is equal to 0 tens, because we all know that in 0 in subtraction, number minus same number will give 0, right? So the difference between 54 and 49 is 5. Okay. The next example is, see here, subtract 19 from 47. Okay, the first step is, we all know that we have to arrange the numbers in columns, and always we have to put the greater number on top. Okay, the next step is, so we don't, so here in the ones column we have 7 and 9. and it is not possible that we can subtract 9 from 7 because 9 is greater than 7. Okay, so we have to regroup the ones place as we have to take 110 from the tens column. So we have 4 tens in the tens column. So when we take away 110 from it, it will become 3 tens, right? So when we add 110 in the ones column, it will become 17 ones because already we have 7 ones in the ones column, right? So on that we are adding 10 ones. 10 ones is nothing but 110. So we are adding 7 ones plus 10 ones. It will become 17 ones, right? So now we can subtract 9 from 17 because 17 is greater than 9. So 17 minus 9 is equal to 8. Okay. The next step is we have to move on to the tens column. So here in the tens column we have 3, 10 and 110. So shall we subtract it? Is it possible? Yes, we can subtract it. So 3 tens minus 110 is equal to 2 tens. Okay. So the difference between 47 and 19 is 28. Okay children. Now let's see the next example is subtract 13 from 72. Okay. So what we have to do first? Or as usual, the first step is we have to arrange the numbers in ones and tens columns and we have to put the greater number on top. Then only we can subtract the numbers, right? So the second step is we have to subtract the numbers in ones column. In the ones column we have 2 ones and 3 ones, and it is not possible that we can subtract 3 from 2 because 2 is lesser than 3. Okay, so we have to regroup the ones place. Okay, so we have to take 110 from the tens column. See here in the tens column we have 7 tens, right? So when we take away 110 from it, it will become 6 tens. And now see in the ones column, when we add 110, that means 10 ones, it will become 12 ones because already we have 2 ones on there. We are adding on that 10 ones, that is equal to 12 ones, right? So now we can subtract 3 from 12 because now 12 is greater than 3. Okay, so see here 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Okay children, so now we got the answer in ones column. So after that what we have to do? Yes, the next step is we have to move on to the tens column. So see here in the tens column we have 6 and 1, right? So is it possible to subtract 1 from 6? Yes. So 6 tens minus 1 10 is equal to 5 tens. So the difference between 72 and 13 is 59. Okay. Okay, now let's see a small recap of today's class. Today we saw about subtraction in 2 digit with regrouping, right? So when we are subtracting a number with regrouping, we have three steps to subtract. If the question is subtract 9 from 56 is, the first step is we have to put the numbers in ones and tens column, and always we have to put the greater number on top. Then only we can subtract the numbers. So after that, the second step is we have to check the numbers in ones column, and in here we have 6 and 9, and it is not possible that we can subtract 9 from 6 because 9 is greater than 6. So we have to take 110 from the tens column. So when we take 110 from the tens column, it will become 4 tens, and in the ones column it will become 16 ones, because we all know that 110 is equal to 10 ones, right? So already we have 6 ones on there. So we are adding 6, when we add 6 ones and 10 ones, it will become 16 ones. Now we can subtract the numbers in ones column. So 16 ones minus 9 ones is equal to 7 ones. Okay. So the last step is, after that we have to move on to the tens column. So in the tens column we have only 4 tens and 0 ones. So 4 tens minus 0 is equal to 4 tens, because we all know that number minus 0 is equal to number itself. So the difference between 56 and 9 is 47. Okay children, hope you all are clear about it. Now let's see the assessment of today's class. See here, I have given some questions for you. So you have to subtract these numbers. Okay. So while subtracting these numbers, be careful. Okay children. Hope you all will do this. And the homework of today's class is, see here, this is in your textbook, term 2 textbook, page number 33. Okay, refer your textbook and do this homework. Okay children, hope you all will do this. Okay, now this is the end of today's class. Hope you all are clear about how to subtract 2-digit number, with regrouping. Hope you all clear about that.